Hi, Lam Ann. Okay, Lam Ann. Are you there, Lam Ann?
Hi, teacher.
Okay, good. Okay, Lam Ann, can you put your video on? Are you ready to learn?
Where Mimi?
Lam Ann, are you ready? Lam Ann? Hi, Nhien.
Hi, teacher.
Okay, now your class is going to London and has to choose what to do while you are there. Here are some ideas of what activities you could do. Talk together about the different things you could do and decide which one is the most interesting thing to do on your London trip. Okay, so here we're going to your school, your class is going to London. There's the big wheel, the double-decker bus, the shopping, museum, Big Ben, eating at the fish and chips restaurant, take out. Okay, Anian, where would you like to go?
Um, I would like go Big Bang,
Where?
Big Bang.
Big Ben?
Yes.
Okay, why would you like to go to Big Ben?
Because it had Big Bang clock, and
Okay.
it's very um popular.
Yes. Okay, Lam Ann, where would you like to go?
I like to go to museum and see some film shows
The museum? Why the museum?
because I can learn a lot about history in the museum.
Okay, and what else would you like to do?
I like to I like to go to Bible and go around the town.
On the bus, okay. Let me just see. Quang. Hi, Quang. Quang, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, now. So let's see. Now we're going on a trip with our school. Let's find the places we go to. So you can go on a bus tour. You can go to an art gallery. You can go to a museum. You can go shopping. You can go to a restaurant. You can go sightseeing. So sightseeing you can also go to. Or you can go to a theme park. You can go to that's the big wheel. The big wheel. Okay. Okay, Min, where would you like to go?
I like to go to the museum.
Okay, so remember, when we say, when you start talking about it, you'll say, personally, I would prefer going to the. I am not keen. I am not keen on going to the. That means you don't like it. I am not a great fan of. I would very much like to go to. I'm not really a fan of. So this is what you can say, okay? Okay, let's type it for you here. Okay, and Nhien, which one would you prefer to go?
Personally, I would prefer sightseeing.
You would prefer sightseeing?
Sightseeing.
Why? What is good about sightseeing? Let's talk about good. What is good about sightseeing? Good things.
Because it is had a big band clock.
So the good things is lots to see and do. You can visit famous places. You get to know London because through a guided tour. So these are the good things. You can see lots to see and do. You can visit famous places. You can know London better. And a guided tour can take you and tell you about London. Okay? Bad things. The bad things could be lots of money. It can be expensive to go on a sightseeing tour. You need tickets to go. You have to buy tickets. You can feel tired. It can be very tiring to go. Too much walking, maybe. It could be crowded. Lots of people. And maybe you won't be able to see everything. So that's the bad thing. So you can say, personally, I would prefer going sightseeing because I can see there's lots of things to see and do and visit famous places. I'm not a great fan of walking because I get tired quickly. And it could be expensive. Okay. So, Nhien, tell us about sightseeing. I would prefer.
I would prefer go sightseeing.
I would prefer going sightseeing.
going sightseeing. Uh, because it lots to see and do. Visit famous
Places.
places. Um, but I not think I but sightseeing had lots of money. Ticket is expensive.
Okay. Lam An. Okay. Men. Where would you like to go? I see something. I'll go back. Men, where would you like to go?
I like to go to the museum because it has a lot of good things like the skeleton of a lot of dinosaurs and
Okay.
some old things. I'm not keen on the bus tour, and I'm not a great fan of theme park Big Wheel. I would
Okay.
like.
Yes.
I would very much like to go to the museum.
Okay, because you can see interesting. You can see interesting objects. You can go when it's good and bad weather. You can go. You can interact. You can interact. Just see. You can, there's interacting displays where you can play with things. And okay. So let's talk about the bad things here. The bad things, it could be boring for some people. A museum. Not everybody likes museums. You probably need a ticket to go in. So you have to buy a ticket. And it can be too noisy. It's going to be very noisy, maybe in a museum sometimes. Lam Ann, where would you like to go?
I like to go to museum because it's interesting and have a lot of things that I can know about history.
Okay, where would you like to go?
I like to go to museum.
Museum as well, okay? Let's talk about shopping. What can be good about shopping, Nhien? What can be good about shopping?
Make me relaxing
It
and
can be
very
fun. It can be fun.
um,
Quinn, what about shopping? What's good about shopping?
Yes, we can buy a lot of things.
Okay, you can buy souvenirs. Do you know what a souvenir is? A souvenir is something you buy from a different place. You can buy souvenirs. Lam Ann, what's another good thing about shopping?
It sounds interesting.
Say again. Say again, Lam Ann.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. Why is it interesting?
Because essential has a lot of things, so it's very interesting.
I just want to see. Okay. So it can be fun. You can buy gifts or you can buy souvenirs for people. You can see lots of different shops that you don't see in your town. There could be sales or bargains, cheap things. What is bad about shopping, Quang?
It's very crowded and it's very noisy.
Crowded. It's very crowded.
And noisy.
And noisy. Say it again.
In the shopping mart is very crowded and
Crowded. No, listen. You need to listen to my voice. It's very crowded, not crowd. Crowded. Try again. It's very crowded.
shopping mart is very crowded and it's very noisy.
Okay. So you can say it can be lots of money. It's very crowded, lots of people. And sometimes people find it boring or lots of walking. Okay, boring maybe. What about a fish restaurant, Lam Ann? What is good about going to a fish restaurant? Lam Ann, what is good about going to a fish restaurant?
It will have a lot of yummy food.
Is that good? I can't hear you, sweetie. Try again.
It has a lot of different food.
Okay, your sound isn't good. Okay, Men, Quang Men. Let's see the numbers. Quang Men, what is good about going to a fish restaurant?
We can buy fish and chips and something important to cook.
Okay. Nhien, what is good about a fish restaurant?
I can taste new food.
Yes, you can taste new food. I'm just trying to find the number. What else? Nhien, what is bad about it? What can be bad about shopping?
Shopping is
I'm not shopping at the restaurant.
Noisy.
Okay, no noisy. So let's type here. Good. What is good about it? Okay. Restaurant. Okay, good. Because the fish and chips could be tasty. It's nice to eat. Always nice to eat. It's very tasty, maybe. And it's not too expensive. Bad. What could be bad about it, Nhien? Bad about the fish. Okay, Minh, Quang Minh, what do you think?
Bus is very crowded and is sometimes boring.
No, it's not very crowded. It's very crowded.
It's very crowded and is sometimes boring.
Okay, not everyone likes fish. Not everyone likes fish. It's not healthy food. And it's got a limited menu. It's only fish. What if I don't like fish? I want a hamburger or a pizza. I can't because it's a limited menu. Okay. Lam Ann, what is good about going to a theme park or to the big wheel? Here, what is good about the big wheel or to the theme park?
It'll be fun, interesting.
Okay, so the theme park could be exciting. And Nhien, what else could you do at the theme park?
Fun.
It's fun and lots to do. Okay. Quang Minh, what is bad about the theme park?
It's very crowded and is very noisy in here.
It's
too.
crowded, it's expensive, yes. Okay, it's expensive, crowded, noisy. Let's talk about the bus tour. And Nhien, what is good about the bus tour?
Convenient travel.
Okay, let's say good about the bus tour. It is easy to it's easy to see lots of places. See, it's not expensive. See, or you can say here, if the weather is bad, you can sit downstairs. And you have a tour guide, which tells you everything. Lam Ann, what could be bad about the bus tour? Lam Ann? You have to unmute, sweetie. Okay, Quang Minh, what can be bad about the bus tour?
is very crowded and is sometimes very noisy and is sometimes boring too.
It's crowded. It's quick. You can't see the places you see it quickly, and you can get stuck in traffic maybe. Okay, do we have all of them? Sightseeing, museum. Okay, now I'm gonna save this and you're gonna talk to each other about it. So Nhien could say to Quang Minh, I prefer going to the theme park because I'm not keen on the crowds and the expensive tickets, but I would still love to go. So you can say, personally, I would prefer going sightseeing. To see there's lots of things to see and do. You can visit famous places and you can get to know London. I'm not keen of the tickets being expensive and to get tired, but I still want to go sightseeing. Okay. I would very much like to go on a bus tour. You can see lots of places. It's not expensive. And if the weather is bad, you can sit downstairs. I'm not keen of the crowds and to see the places very quickly or to get stuck in the traffic, but I would still prefer to go on the bus tour. Okay. So Nhien, you can start. Tell us what you would like to do first.
Personal, I would prefer going sightseeing because lots to see and do, and visit famous places. I get to know London, guitar tour, but I don't like sightsee. Um, so lots of money, or and ticket is expensive, and it is big. So feel tired when I work.
Okay. Lam Ann, what would you like to do?
I like to go to restaurant because very it's very good and not expensive.
Okay, but I'm not keen on what is bad about the restaurant.
But not everyone likes sweet, like useful, not healthy food. Thanks menu.
Okay, Quang Minh, what would you like to see?
I like to go to the sightseeing because if lost to see and to visit famous place and get to know
Famous places. Famous places.
famous places, get to know London Garden Tower.
No, you mustn't read it like this. This is just ideas. You must speak and answer in sentences, okay? You can't just read what you see here. I would like to go sightseeing. There's lots to do and to see. I would like to visit famous places. I will get to know London, and a guided tour will tell me about London. Sentences, okay? Not just words. I'm not keen on spending a lot of money. I'm not keen on feeling tired or being in a crowd, but I would still like to go sightseeing. Try again, Quang Minh.
Yes. Personally, I would prefer to go to sightseeing because it has a lot to see and do. I can visit famous places. I can get to know London and guided town. I'm not
Tours. Guided tours.
guided guided tours.
Tours.
Tours. I'm not keen on the money because it's very expensive. Is sometimes I feel very tired and it's too much walking inside seeing. It's very crowded.
Crowded, not crowd. It's very crowded.
It's very crowded.
Okay, and Nhien, another one you would like to go and see.
Personally, I personally I no good or good.
Say again.
No good like or good like.
Where would you like to go? Choose one.
Oh, okay. Personally, I would prefer museum because
Personally, I would like to go to visit a museum. Full sentences, okay? Try again.
okay.
Personally,
Personally, I would prefer going to museum because I see interesting objects and it's good and bad weather.
personally, I would prefer visiting a museum because I can see interesting objects. I can visit a museum in good or bad weather. There are also interacting displays, which is fun. A museum can be boring. I'm not keen on buying tickets and it can be noisy. However, I would still like to visit a museum. These are just ideas. You must make sentences of them, okay? Try again, Nhien. Full sentences.
Personally, I would prefer visit to museum
Visiting
because
a museum. Visiting a museum.
visiting a museum because I see interesting objects.
I can see interesting objects. I can.
I can see interesting objects.
I
And
can visit the museum. I can visit the museum in good or bad weather.
I can museum
Visit the museum.
visit a museum at good and bad weather. It interesting.
There are interacting displays, which is fun.
It
There
are interesting.
There
There.
are.
There are interacting displays
which are fun.
which are fun.
And
But
now the bad.
but I don't think because it's boring and ticket is expensive and is noisy.
Okay, good. Lam An, you try. Which one would you like to do?
I like to sightseeing. It is good lot of things I can see too. Visit
No, Lam An, speak clearly. I can't hear you. Open your mouth and speak slowly, loudly, and clearly, okay? I can't hear you if you're going to talk like this and not move your mouth. That's how you sound. I can't hear you. Open your mouth and speak nicely, okay? Try again. Personally, I would prefer.
Personally, I want prefer a bus tour. It's easy and see a lot of places.
No, it's easy to see lots of places, not place. Places.
Places. Not exciting is
No, I said you mustn't read this. These are ideas. You must make full sentences, not just words. Personally, I would prefer going on a bus tour. I can see lots of places. It's not expensive. If the weather is bad, I can sit downstairs and the tour guide can tell me about the places. Try again, Lam An.
Personally, I want prefer bus tour. It's easy to see a lot of plants.
Places.
Places. Not excited. If the weather is bad and
No, why are you reading the words, Lam An? You mustn't read. You must speak sentences, okay? It is not expensive. Try again.
in the bus.
Personally,
I want prefer to bus tour.
no, I can't hear you. What is a bus tour? It's not a Lam An. Lam An, if you don't want to learn, you must tell me, okay? Lam An, stop. Stop. Lam An, stop. Listen. Lam An. Lam An. Lam An, stop. You need to listen to my voice. You're not doing it right. If you don't want to learn and you are tired, you must tell me, okay? Do you want to learn, Lam An? Yes or no? I can't hear you. You have to unmute. Lam An, do you want to learn? Yes or no? You look very tired. I can't hear you. You have to speak properly, okay? Personally, I would prefer going on a bus tour. Say that again.
Personally, I want prefer bus tour.
Going on a bus tour.
Going to the bus tour.
Because
it's easy to see a lot of places.
Places.
is not expensive.